How's it going, guys? JP here, and welcome back to another video. And this is going to be the start of a new video series. So, over the past couple weeks, and actually even couple months, I've got the random comment or personal message here or there, basically saying like, hey, why don't you do a shelf by shelf video series, or a collection video series? I'm really curious to see what you have and what you don't have, and your thoughts and opinions on the films in your collection. And I always tell these people, like, I actually did a series like this. I did an entire collection video series. It was like 20 parts, showed off all the Blu-rays and DVDs in my collection. It was kind of a long-winded video series because I would spend quite a while talking about each title. And I always point them to that. It's a ways back on my channel. It's when early on when I first started. So the video is kind of dated now, I guess. I was using a webcam back then. My collection has, probably doubled, if not tripled in size since then. So maybe I decided maybe I should do a updated version, 2014 edition. And so this is the start of it. We're going to go through my entire collection. It's probably going to be long-winded again because I like to talk about each film a fair amount of time, so I don't know how many films I'll get through in each part, but this is going to be a weekly series. I'll post another update, every week or so, and I'll probably maybe skip the week that I actually do a DVD update. But yeah, so this is going to be a collection series video. I don't really like the shelf by shelf format. Personally, I don't like holding the camera too much and, moving down the shelves, especially since all my shelves are like different sizes and colors and stuff, and it's just, I don't know. I'd rather do it this way. I'm going to sit down and show the title and talk about it. So, with that said, let's jump into it. First up, we have a horror multi-pack. Now, I don't really buy these things. I don't really like them. Necessarily, because I kind of like having each film in its own separate edition. I know a lot of collectors are like that too. But this pack does have some okay ones. You have some full moon titles like Doll Man and Doll Graveyard, some cool shot on video ones like Hell's Highway and In the Dead of Winter and stuff. There was some okay films in here, mostly garbage though, but I did enjoy at least some of the full moon ones. After that, we have 6 Killer Curses, and this one actually has the worst film that I've ever seen. It's this one. It's called Beneath the Mississippi. This is the worst film I've ever seen in my entire life. It is one of the hardest films to sit through. It actually has problems with the audio in that it cuts out and there's static, and it's just a mess. It's funny that this has actually been put on a disc and sold. It blows my mind because it is the worst film I've ever seen. I'm really curious. Has anybody else seen Beneath the Mississippi? I haven't talked to anybody who has yet. Yeah, so this pack is, definitely avoided. The Final Patient was okay, and Venom was okay, and Dust Devil was okay, I guess. But, those packs are kind of garbage, put out by, I think, Echo Bridge. Skip those. Don't even worry about those multi-packs. After that, we have 247 Degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this film is one of those films that I should love. It's set in one location. These people are trapped in a sauna, and I love films that are set in one location where they have to use clever dialogue and creative characters and, clever script writing to kind of entertain you while you're sitting in one location. Unfortunately, this film doesn't use, those things effectively. It got boring characters, and it got, it's very bland, and just they don't keep you entertained in there, and it really just kind of left me disappointed because I thought I was gonna like this one. So yeah, that one is a definite skip. It might be worth a watch if you like those kind of films. After that, we have 30 Days of Night, and this one I haven't watched in quite a while, but I do like it. It's pretty solid vampire film in a time when vampires are no longer effective, in my opinion. They're no longer scary. They're no longer creatures that are gonna bite your throat out. They're kind of been hobbled, I think the word is. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's vampires, I'm kind of in a weird place with those right now. But 30 Days of Night definitely is an exception to that, along with another film that we'll probably get to somewhere down the line. That for modern vampires, this is one of the better ones. So definitely check out 30 Days of Night if you've never seen it. Plus, it's set in the winter, which is just great atmosphere. After that, we have 976 Evil, Stephen Jeffries. This one is a lot of fun. I do really like 976 Evil. You have, I believe this is actually Robert Englund's like only directed film too, so that's definitely cool. I probably need to give this one a rewatch sometime. It's been a while. Yeah, pretty cool title. After that, we have 1408. This was a Stephen King film. I reviewed it recently. Didn't blow me away, but it was kind of cool. It had its moments. Definitely could have been stronger, but overall, it's an okay haunted hotel type movie. After that, we have my favorite multi-pack of all time, and that is the horror collection. You have Waxwork in here, which I already own. 976 Evil 2, which was never on DVD. Ghoulies 3, which was never on DVD. The Unholy, which is a pretty solid watch. Chud 2, which was never on DVD. Chopping Mall, which is another very good watch. Slaughter High, great slasher. And Class of 1999, which kind of is the one that doesn't really fit in, but it's still pretty fun watch. Chopping Mall, man, that movie is fun as hell. Definitely, this is a great little multi-pack here. I definitely highly recommend this multi-pack. After that, we have the Alien triple pack. I have upgraded from this slim, terrible edition, but this was one of the earlier sets that I bought. I really love the first Alien film. I think Aliens is one of the most overrated horror films. And I think Alien 3 is very forgettable. But the first Alien, I love. It's a very, very good movie. Very good horror movie. I don't really like action in my horror too much, so that's why Aliens, to me, it's not as good as Alien. After that, we have Alive or Dead. This one was pretty crappy. I reviewed this one a while back, and it's very forgettable. I barely remember, anything about it. I remember it just being, whew, man, it was just a pain to sit through. So yeah, Alive or Dead, not very fun at all. After that, we have a film that is very fun. It's called Alice Kills, also known as Alice. This film was fantastic. It's kind of a newer film. I highly recommend Alice Kills if you've never seen it. We did talk about it on the podcast multiple times, and it was for sure, a title that's worth talking about. A lot of cool stuff happens in this film. It's just a wild, crazy, dark journey where you're just, kind of, by the end of it, you're just like, what the hell is going on? Alice Kills, definitely check it out. It's fantastic. After that, we have a film that Moods actually just reviewed, and it's American Gothic. This one was pretty cool from what I remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, years, and I should probably give it a rewatch pretty soon. I remember the daughter being really creepy, and it just had a weird feel to it, and interesting atmosphere. Definitely a lower budget variety from what I remember, but definitely had its creepy moments. And after that, we have the Amityville box set. This thing has seen better days. It's definitely a little beat up now. I plan on upgrading to the Scream Factory Blu-ray set pretty soon. Amityville Horror. It is a fantastic first watch, but in my experience, with repeated viewings, the film gets less and less effective. It doesn't have strong rewatchability, in my opinion. Amityville 2, kind of the same case, but I actually prefer Amityville 2. I think the subject matter is a lot darker when you're dealing with the relationship between the family members and the son and the sister. Just kind of I didn't really expect it to go that way, and I like it's a much more violent story. It's the prequel, it's the DeFeo family. And I prefer the DeFeo story over the Lutz's story. So, yeah, Amityville 2 was very solid. Amityville 3D, I barely remember it. I watched it one time. I haven't watched it since. And I'll probably wait a while before I decide to watch it again. So yeah, and then the bonus disc, you have Amityville Confidential. I actually really like Amityville documentaries. I don't believe in the story, but I really am fascinated by the story. So I do like, watching those documentaries. So that's definitely a cool bonus disc. And finally, for this part, like I said, this is going to be long-winded. I'm going to be talking about these films. So, either stick with me or don't. So, judging by this first part, you can see how many films I'll fit into each part. I know some people just like to see what you have, and that's it. But I kind of like to talk about them a bit. So, yeah, the Amityville Horror Remake is the last one. I actually don't mind this as much as everybody else does. People seem to really hate this one. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think it's okay. So yeah, that's it for this part, guys. I'll see you guys in the next part. And just looking at the collection, this is going to be a very long series. Probably take me a year to complete this thing. This is insane. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.